Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another video here on the Breakdown channel. And today we're going to talk about NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. I was like, pull something out of my mouth. Don't know what that was. Anyways, so I checked it out. I actually seen it the night it came out um, and wanted to put the review up. Hopefully, this goes up in decent time after the pay-per-view happened or the show happened. I guess you can't really call them pay-per-views anymore. They're more like shows. Um, but it was really good. NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 was amazing. It started out with, um, what was it? Oh, Austin Aries and I think No Way Jose. It was a pretty good match. It was okay. I'm pretty sure that's the match that started the show. If I miss a match, then I apologize. Because I didn't write it down. I feel writing it down is not very good in my opinion. Like if I want to like tell everything verbatim, then it is. But if not, whatever. But I mean, it was a pretty good match. It was kind of annoying that the crowd kept chanting Austin Aries like through the entire match, and like they seemed like they didn't. And that's the problem with fans nowadays. It's like they don't want to experience the match. They want to just chant people's names and get involved that way. They don't want to just watch the match, which I understand. You want to chant and do stuff because it's fun and it makes the experience better um, at home. But also, a guy like Noe Jose, who's doing actually a really great job at being a wrestler, he really does pretty good. Um, but it seemed like he was kind of getting crapped on because of people wanting to chant Austin Aries. But Austin Aries got the win. Um, I really don't know if he should have won or not, but they led to a Hideo Itami coming out after that and giving the GTS, which is really surprising because a lot of people who didn't think he was going to do it, because kind of leaving it open for Punk to come back later on down the road. But evidently WWE's like, screw it, just let him do it. So now David Tommy's probably going to use that move because the fans popped for it big time when he did use it. So guarantee that's what they're going to do to get him over. But it's kind of cool him coming out attacking Austin Aries, um, everything like that. That was pretty neat. Then we get Bobby Roode's debut. I believe that's what was second. Bobby Roode took on whatever that dude. They should just call that dude Double A or something. Almas, that guy. And this is the same way. This is exactly the same way as the other match. They were chanting Bobby Roode and Glorious and all this other stuff, but they weren't giving him his just. He was really good. They both tell a great story. No Way Jose and Austin Aries tell a great story. Um, and it was just annoying that the crowd, like I said, couldn't get behind him because he was the babyface. And it's just kind of annoying in this day and age. Like, that's what it's happened. Like, they just get behind the guy they like. And they just continue to chant, 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 chant. It's like, shut up. Like, seriously, watch the match. It's so annoying. But yeah, it was a really great match. Rude got the win here. His finisher is stupid. Um, I don't even know what it's like a pump handle slam without the slam. It's just weird. Or without the pump. I don't even know. I don't even know what his move is. It's stupid. It's dumb. Hopefully they give him a better move because I didn't think it was that great. It was kind of simple, but I don't know. Can't even explain it. Then I believe we got the debut of Ember Moon. Not sure what to think about Billy Kay because I think Ember Moon could have had a better debut with a better wrestler. Um, and I'm not sure about the whole new squad of women that's in NXT right now. Um, Hopefully they get better, and I kind of hope they need somebody. I honestly think they should send somebody back to NXT to kind of train the women on how to be better wrestlers because I think that Sasha Charlotte and Becky Lynch are probably the last breed of wrestlers that are going to be like they are, because the women down in NXT currently, they just look like divas how they used to wrestle, and it's not very appealing. It's not easy on the eyes. It doesn't smooth very well. And Ember Moon seems like she can wrestle that style, but she's being put in the ring with these people who can't do it yet. And hopefully it gets better, but it seems like kind of sloppy during the match. Ember Moon looked amazing, though. I mean, she looked pretty good for what she could do. She looked pretty good, but she was probably limited because of being in the ring with Billie Kay. Billie Kay is pretty good. She's decent, but she could definitely be better. She still looks kind of weird. I think she needs to have a different outfit on or something, because um, it sounds stupid to say that, but it doesn't. It, she looks frail in it, and she doesn't look like intimidating or anything like that. And I think that's could be a problem. I don't know. It bothers me because she doesn't look like she should be a women's wrestler at all. Because she looks like a backstage announcer or something. Um, but she's pretty good in the ring. She's not bad in the ring. She could be better, but she's not smooth around the edges like the Four Horsewoman or whatever. Yeah, Ember Moon, of course, got the win in her debut. An awkward little segment on YouTube, by the way, with WWE and her talking to Bailey, Ember Moon, saying, "Congratulations on your match. You did good out there, even though you lost." We'll get to that in a second. Um, but then we get I believe the tag team title match was after this. Wow, what a match! What a match! I would argue that I believe this was probably the second best match on the card, and even argue that possibly it might have been the best match on the card. The tag team title match, the Revival versus Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Really good match, awesome match. Um, the way it ended was really good. It was classic. It was everything they did in this match. They pulled out all they could do, and it was amazing. And in the end, Revival retained the titles. And I kind of knew they were probably going to keep the belts, because I kind of have a feeling deep down that they're going to end up splitting Ciampa and Gargano, because they're not really tag team wrestlers. And I think they were just kind of put in that position to begin with because they didn't know what to do with them. But I think with everybody coming up and probably Joe going soon up to the main roster, I'm assuming, they may split them and have them become major stars in NXT. Um, but the way they're talking, Joe's going to stick around. So I don't really know. Maybe they're going to be a tag team. But I think that they need to split them up, because I think Ciampa is a great heel. He was a heel in ROH. It's kind of weird to see him in this role now. But I think what NXT seems to do is they see you as you are in independence, and they understand that you're good at that. But they want to see you do the other thing. They want to see you do the other thing, and they want to see you excel at that. Because if you could do that, then they definitely want to keep you. And I think that they did it with Balor, and they did it with um, did it with Ciampa, and it's working. I don't know if Gargano. I think Gargano's a babyface anyway, but they did it with Ciampa, and Ciampa was a heel in ROH, and I never seen him as a babyface. So, but he was pretty. He was kind of over with the crowd, I think, in ROH. But yeah, this match was amazing. I mean, it's probably, like I said, I would argue that it probably was the best match on the card, but just because of the anticipation for Nakamura and Joe, that's probably what. But then we got, I believe, what else was there on the card? I think there was something else. I'm missing a match, I think, here. But Asuka and Bailey, it was a really good match. Asuka and Bailey was a really, really good match. Um, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of false finishes, kind of annoying. It seemed like they were trying a lot of moves and stuff, and I don't know. False finishes get kind of annoying after a while. And I knew Bailey wasn't going to win. I kind of figured that, but there's a possibility. But just the way they kept playing it kind of annoyed me at the end a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, Asuka got the win, of course. But yeah, really good match. Top three guaranteed on the show. I kind of enjoyed the Bobby Roode and almost match a lot. So it's kind of up there too, and one of the lower card matches. The Ember Moon just wasn't very good, and the Austin Aries match was okay, but the annoyance of the Austin Aries chants just ruined it for me. To be honest, and almost ruined the Bobby Roode match. But they did things in that match that kind of stood out in my mind that it was actually a pretty good debut match for Bobby Roode. But yeah, other than that, we get to the world title match, and this was a big deal. This was a huge deal because I didn't think that they were going to drop the belt to Nakamura. And it kind of looked like Joe got injured at the end of the match, so I'm kind of waiting to see if that comes out, if he like hurt his jaw or something during the match, if Nakamura actually nailed him with a kick, or if he was selling that like a pro, because Nakamura did walk out with a championship and NXT title, and it was a really, really good match. It was an awesome match. They did a great job. I mean, this was way better than any Balor Joe match, and I haven't seen a couple of the matches that they had, so I have to go back and watch it, but the matches I have seen, this is better than anything I've seen on NXT. Best Nakamura match, I'll tell you, thus far. I thought it was better than the Zayn match, in my opinion. They told a great story. And I think what was kind of lacking in the Zayn, because they didn't have that story built in. You know, have a story built in, it goes a little bit better. So yeah. But all in all, you know, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 was a great show. Was it the perfect show that normally we get from a takeover, or even one of these heightened takeover shows? It wasn't. It wasn't the best it could have been. You know, it had those matches where you're just like, could have been better. And it's kind of like WWE a little bit currently, because you're going to have those matches on the shows that people are so hyped for certain people being in NXT now that they're going to chant their names, and it's going to ruin the match because they're going to forget that there's a babyface and there's a heel, and they don't want to give these guys a chance, which is really annoying. Almost is a really good. He's going to have a bright future in WWE. No Way Jose is going to have a bright future in WWE. They're really good. And they're not giving them, like, I think, the proper respect they should. So it's kind of lame. It's kind of stupid, and I honestly think that if I don't know, like, there's some way they should just like get them off TV or put them in a program with each other, some way, shape, or form, just to not put them in a feud with somebody that like that. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, put them in feuds with guys who people are going to like, or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. Like, put them in feud with each other or something, you know? Like, so people can't ruin the match by not liking a guy because he's just not a guy from TNA or whatever. So, that being said, that's all I really got to say about NXT TakeOver 2 Brooklyn. My voice is going to go out and take a drink. But sorry about that. Got loud. But yeah, Brooklyn was okay. It was a pretty good show. There was about 4 good matches on there. Like I said, a couple of those matches were just ruined by the chants a little bit. Could have been better without those. They weren't chanting one guy's name the entire freaking match. And also just the whole new squad of women in NXT are just kind of lackluster. So hopefully they get a little better. Hopefully someone is going to be training them better. Because if they continue to look like this, it's going to be horrible. Horrible. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully Bayley sticks around, wrestles with Ember Moon, has an incredible match, and even sticks around to wrestle with some of the other women to get them up to par. And maybe someone else will stick around to train more women in the future. Because we don't want to go back to diva wrestling. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What's going on there? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Definitely makes me going to go check out the first one because I've never seen it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. As always, keep on rocking and keep launching wrestling.